Well, it's time for Darth Vader. Darth Vader got more votes than anybody else than on my desk here, except for Cara Dune, but I already mentioned Cara Dune was not going to be one of the choices. So let's go ahead and open up the Vader of Darthness. Now, I remember as a kid in the 70s going to watch Star Wars, being totally surprised by this evil villain, Darth Vader. Kind of a crazy character if you think about it, with his black plastic armor suit and force choking people and being tall and big, and oh, the deep voice he had. Oh, such a scary, cool character. And I remember actually meeting somebody dressed. Yep, we're back, Mike. Someone dressed as Darth Vader at the local mall. It was kind of fun and kind of cool when I was a kid. You know, they used to do fun stuff like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and see if anybody is chatting yet. Hey, you know what? I'm looking at the wrong video. I'm looking at the Yoda video. Ah, still Yoda. I want to see the Vader of Darkness. Come on. Show me the right video. There we go. Now in the right video. Hey, Mike. Thanks for joining us. All right, so let's go ahead and bust this guy open and take a look at him. As you guys know, I made my own Darth Vader a long time ago, which was a He-Man sized Darth Vader. And that's usually why I don't collect these figures, because they're not Darth Vader sized. I'm not saying Darth Vader sized, He-Man sized, because you know the classic figures are so much larger than these figures here. But this is kind of a cool one. They've made lots of Darth Vader figures throughout the years. They even have a new one that's actually white, and it takes place, I guess, from some comic where Darth Vader becomes a good guy or something, but it seems kind of strange. Why not just go with blue? Why go straight all the way to white? It's kind of a stark contrast. And his stormtroopers are still evil, and they're white anyway, so that doesn't really mean that he's a good guy just because he's white. Oh, now I'm dropping stuff in the back. I guess it's to hold his cape up. So he comes with a red lightsaber. And let's see, compared to Luke's saber, how long it is. It's just a little longer than Luke's. It's got a little more reach. Ah! Oh, I shouldn't have stabbed Luke. That was not a good idea. Let me go ahead and put the light on. Let's see. Pop Actor. They released Ewok figures from the 80s. No, not Ewoks. Hey, Charles. Glad you're here. Darth Vader was better than Anakin. He was a crybaby. He was a little kid. Hey there, that's cool. I pre-ordered my first Black Series Darth Vader, Return of the Jedi, just a couple days ago. Nice. I only like the Star Wars from my childhood. You know what's funny about that is people always talk about Star Wars went bad on this film. Like, people used to say it was the prequels, you know, when it came, you know, what was it? Phantom Menace, Jar Jar Binks, and the whole thing. For me, Star Wars went bad on the third movie, Return of the Jedi. Now, I love The Empire Strikes Back. That is by far my favorite. It is the best. But Return of the Jedi just started getting kind of weird. I mean, first of all, I already knew that Darth Vader was Luke's father, because we learned about that in Empire Strikes Back. So that cat was already out of the bag. But then we find out that his sister is Princess Leia. It's like, what? His sister's Princess Leia? Didn't they kiss in the last movie? Wasn't he kind of holding over Han Solo's head about the kiss they had? You know, and all the other craziness? It's like, that's just too weird. And then, on top of it, the Imperial troopers on the moon get beaten up by a bunch of teddy bears. What? I mean, it just got crazier and crazier. C-3PO became a golden god. It's like, okay, this is just too much of a soap opera. I can't. So for me, the only Star Wars movies that were good were the first two. Sorry for all those people that love the first three. I didn't like it. I thought Luke was too overpowered. I thought it was lame that Darth Vader caved in and became a good guy at the last second, and then got to be with the Force Ghosts. I don't know. Too much. Anyway, very cool figure. And you can see that he has his cool controls here. When I was a kid, I was trying to make kind of a Darth Vader suit one time, and I took an old tape recorder that had big old switches like this. I made my own little chest piece for it. I never finished the costume. I eventually just made a robot out of it with a foil head because I couldn't find a Darth Vader helmet to make my own or anything. But anyway, there he is. So we got double jointed knees, single ankle rockers, leg movements up here. We got a waist turn, no ab crunch. His head rotates, whoop, 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 whoop. And his shoulder moves. His elbows his elbows single jointed. See, Masterverse, take note. Double jointed knees, single jointed elbows. I knew the new Evil Lynn's coming out that way. Hopefully they keep that for more figures and go back and re-release some of the other ones, like a new Tila with a single elbow joint. That'd be awesome. I just really dislike how the double jointed looks on the figures for Masterverse, as you guys know, because I complain about it every video. Every video you're gonna hear me say, "Oh, double jointed elbow, double jointed elbow." But the double jointed knees are just fine. I'm fine at that. Just not the double jointed elbow, please. All right, there we go. There is Darth Vader. Asthma attack. Oh, let's compare him to other figures in the line. So here we have Duke Snotpopper. Boop. Wow, he is quite a bit shorter. I was not expecting that. Here we have Rose. And she's even shorter yet. Princess Delilah. Oh, she knocked over her dad and her brother. Ha! Anyway, and then let's see. Let's put him next to the Mandalorian in his old suit. Huh. Oh, now he knocked over Princess Leia. Spoilers! Spoilers! Rose is not real Star Wars. Hey man, I'm sorry. They are all real Star Wars. And if you don't like them, they're still Star Wars. No, look at this. The single jointed elbow, look how far it goes. Whoop, 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 whoop. It goes further than some of our double jointed elbows do. See what I mean? Single jointed elbows can work just fine. And they have all kinds of motion and don't you just love Rose's hunchback? It was funny. I remember scanning this figure in for my video, and I remember how strange it was noticing just the shape of her. It's like her belly sticks out. They give her a hunchback. It's like, could they make her look any worse? And it's funny, the actress herself seems to be a really nice person. It's just the character that they designed. And you know what? She must be a phenomenal actress for us to hate her so much. So there you go. She did her part. Stand up, Princess Leia. Oh, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the CPU of 3ness. There we go. I'm more fond of Dark Horse than Disney. Yes, Dark Horse has made some awesome comics. Disney Star Wars is not Star Wars. Hey, they paid the money to George Lucas. I know how everyone feels about it. But like I told you, the last good one to me was Empire Strikes Back, so I don't want to hear the complaints. Anyway, this is kind of cool. The back of his head comes off. I thought that was the craziest thing. Let's see if I can get it off. Look at that. You can see the inner workings of C-3PO. We can see what he's thinking, literally. We've got a heat camera. You can see the heat of the wires as he thinks. Oh, no, I dropped the back of his head. You know, if he turned his face around, he could be a fembot. Like the Bionic Woman fembots. Okay, there we go. He stick his head back on there. Oh, and it feels so much better. He has very little articulation. I was going to have him do a karate kick, but no such luck. He can only wobble. He's like a weeble, but he does fall down. Oh, not that time. All right, so You guys get a vote next. Is it the Mandalorian, or is it the other Mandalorian, Boba? Boba. Boba. Let's see who you guys say you want to have open next. Where is Luke's? Dude, you gotta keep your weapon on you. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Bubba. I should start calling him that. I love that. All right. Mando Bubba is overrated. That is hilarious. Okay, let's go ahead and we will open up Boba Fett next video. I just got to wait for this to upload, and then I will start the next video. All right, let's see. May the Force be with you. Talk to you later. Bye.